Strong winds knocked over multiple trees all around Middle Tennessee. News Channel 5's Kyle Horan is joining us live now from the Wedgwood, Houston area. Kyle, this is a messy situation. Is everyone okay?
Yeah, everyone's fine here, Rory, luckily. This tree came down, though. Hey, they're just starting. This is Public Works right here. They literally just got on scene. They're just starting to take care of this tree. Before he did that, he came over here and made sure that this is not a power line. This is not a power line. It's a cable line or something like that. So there's no chance that we're getting electrocuted or anything like that. So this came down right after the heavy winds came through, the storm came through, the hail came through. And there's also a tree down that way if we'd like to take a look. Over here, there's a big tree down. You can kind of just see the edge of it that just kind of grazed the exact same poles that were right here. So luckily there was no damage to any buildings that we can see. There was a truck parked right there in that gap. So it was right there and it just got grazed on the side right there. We also talked to a couple people here who said that they haven't really seen anything like this in their time here, but also they shared with me this video that I'm about to show you right now, which is from about 4 streets up. You can see the wind and rain and hail possibly coming down to the front of that house. So that is what they experienced in this area. It seemed pretty extreme, and that is why there's some branches down nearby, and then there's some trees down, some other trees that were reported to us that I have not seen, but people said there were other streets with trees down around here. But luckily, there's been nobody injured and no property damage that we have seen here in the Wedgwood area. So even though it was kind of intense, that's what people were dealing with here. Now we're going to send it over to Jason Lamb.
With trees down is here, 8th Avenue South. Take a look at this. This tree just plowed right into this home here. And what we heard from talking to neighbors is that there was actually someone inside the bedroom here when that tree came down in the middle of this storm. However, we are told that they walked out okay, that everything with them was all right. They're getting checked out, but shouldn't be anything too serious. That sound you might be hearing in the background are these NES crews, the power crews, getting right back to work, trying to restore power in this area. As you can imagine, with all these trees down, and there's another one down right over there, that the power was knocked out very quickly with all these power lines involved. Power lines really crisscrossing the street here everywhere you look. We were talking to one of the neighbors here earlier, and they were saying with all these trees down around them, they actually could not hear the trees falling down because the storm and the hail was so loud at the time, they couldn't, that was just overpowering everything. And as a matter of fact, just about an hour ago when we first arrived here, you could still see some ponding of the hailstones. They had collected it and almost had looked like it had snowed on the ground because those hailstones were still there. They had not melted yet. But a lot of work to clean up in this area. The good news is, though, we have not heard of any serious injuries along this area near 8th Avenue South. In Nashville, Jason Lamb, News Channel 5.